Stage 1. Some pretty cool years with some pretty shitty teachers. So like many of you, I was born a baby and I looked like a baby, and just by joining the world, Earth's overall awesome score went up by +1, so I'll remove a sin. At the tender age of 7, my school teacher got mad at me and dragged me by my hair out of the classroom, and that f***ing hurts like a bitch. When I'd only been in high school for around 6 months, I will fully admit I was being irritating in class. I did that a lot, and my teacher literally punched my jaw, either very much pulling his punch or he was the weakest man I've ever known, and then denied it having ever happened to the head principal, and I was labelled a liar. What a douchebag. Someone dropping a full can of Coke on my head from 2 floors up. Cannot even describe how much that hurt. Stage 2. Broken bones and my lazy online gaming year. Out with my friends at the park one day, a buddy and I started to wrestle, and I decided to throw him over my hip, and we knocked into a friend behind me, causing my buddy to land on top of me. The downside to this, other than losing, was that sadly my ankle badly broke underneath me. I wasn't offered physio, as times were different back then, and so to this day, when I'm not paying attention to correcting it whilst walking, my right foot points outwards a lot. The next couple years, up to and after leaving high school, was spent playing games like Conquer Online, staying up to 4 AM and hanging out with my school friends, and those were some damn good times. Removing a sin. Stage 3. Joining the job from hell. When I turned 18, I got a job in Her Majesty's Prison Service as a prison officer, meaning for 39 hours a week I would go in, grab keys and a radio, and go about unlocking inmates, dealing with their issues and complaints. It was a very bad job for an 18-year-old to be doing. There's enormous amounts of stress every day as you unlock 40 inmates alone and basically hope for the best. One day I was in the prisoner's cell doing my daily checks. He got aggressive, and so he ended up physically attacking me. By the time backup arrived, I'd managed to restrain him. However, a member of staff accidentally knocked me backwards onto a TV, which had fallen during our initial scuffle, and it badly injured my back. At age 22, I'd gained a reputation for doing my work by the book. A prisoner who hated me for never being one to just look the other way when bad things were being done, paid another prisoner to attack me, punching me in the face before I got the better of him. That was a real wake-up call about how the prison service doesn't care about justice for officers. They did nothing except move him from my unit, no punishment at all. The reason why, I'd soon find out, was because management also hated me doing my job by the book. By the age of 26, I had saved 3 people's lives a total of 4 times, saving 1 person twice during the 3-year period of time, and I literally never got thanked on one single occasion by my bosses. Hell on earth. December 2014, I broke up a fight on our exercise yard. One of the prisoners turned to me and tried to strike my head, but I blocked it. Upon restraining him, I noticed he'd stabbed my arm when I blocked my head. Little did I know this single event would lead to the worst years of my life. 4 months later, I was on the landing with this inmate. During that time, he did say sorry to me, but a few hours later he was attacked in his cell and I was suspended, as the prison thought I'd organised an attack on him with zero evidence indicating that. A week later, I was arrested by police, my home searched from top to bottom, and I was held and interrogated for 8 hours. I maintained my absolute innocence throughout. To my utter disbelief, in August 2015, the Crown Prosecution Service decided to charge me with 2 counts. 1 of causing grievous bodily harm without intent, and 2 the same charge but this time with intent. The former is a max of 5 years in prison, and the latter a max of life, but I was looking at 16 years. Here I have to give massive props to my Let's Play fans from the old days, who donated £2,000 to a GoFundMe, which allowed my wife and I to stay in London for the trial, as we lived a 4-hour drive away. They kept me out of prison, as I was told if I couldn't ensure I was on time to the court every day, I would be placed in custody. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'll never forget that. My 3-week trial at the highest court in the UK, the Central Criminal Court in London, began in May 2016. It lasted only 9 days, and a jury of my peers thankfully found me not guilty of all charges. The story itself reached national headlines. Survival. I survived the worst 2 years of my life because I had my amazing wife by my side, who never gave up on me and always knew I was not guilty, and in the darkest moments of my life she was there for me. For this and for her, I'll remove 50 cents. In September 2017, as the result of an internal investigation by the prison service on the whole matter, I was found guilty and sacked. This means that for the first time in 11 years I'm not getting paid every month by them. So, this brings me to the most important point of the whole video. From the date I upload this, for 3 to 6 full months, my wife and I have agreed that I can attempt to generate enough money on Patreon to cover our 2 largest household bills. To do this would take $600 per month. Right now, I average 650,000 to 750,000 views per month across all 3 channels. So this means I only need literally around 0.01% of my monthly viewership to pledge $3 or more per month. If we can't meet the goal of at least $450 by the 3 to 6 month mark from the date I upload this video, I will cancel your payments, shut down Patreon, and most likely find work. All I'm asking for is $1 to $3, which even comes with perks like voting on all new series that I sin and win. It's the price of a cup of coffee or 1 sandwich per month. I hope you can decide to pledge, to help me, so I can continue my dream of making videos for all of you. The only thing I ask is that if you're unsure, please don't just think to yourself that someone else will pledge, because sadly that's not always the case by a long shot. Just do me one favour. Take 5 minutes of your day if you're unsure and visit www.patreon.com/TheHonestGamer and just have a read. See what you think. I promise it's worth 5 minutes. For those who are sure you want to help, you can either click the link at the very top of this video's description or wait until the last 20 seconds of this video and click the Patreon symbol in the very center of your screen, which works on cell phones and iPads as well. If you'd like to pledge, simply follow these easy steps. Number 1. At the top right, click Sign Up. Number 2. You can either sign up directly using your Facebook account or just write in your name, email address and a password and then tap the little box to agree to the terms and then hit Sign Up. Number 3. At the top right corner of the screen, hit Search and type in The Honest Gamer with no spaces. Number 4. Hit the big orange button, Become a Patron. Number 5. Browse through all of my reward tiers, and once you've chosen, click the button, enter a different amount if you'd like to give slightly more for example, or just leave it and hit continue. After this, it's easy as pie. All you have to do is decide if you want to pledge with a debit/credit card or by using your PayPal account, and then you're good to go. For those of you who do go on to pledge, please know that you are without a doubt making a difference in our lives beyond what I've explained during this video. More info on why that's the case can be found on my Patreon feed in the form of more in-depth stories. But if you're unsure about anything, tweet me at TheHonestGamer or PM me on Facebook at /TheHonestGamer. If you can't pledge for any reason, please know that sharing this video is massively important as well if you do want to help out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Before I end this video, I just wanted to take the time to give a massive shout out and thank you to Daniel Musgrave, who poured around 150 hours of his life into the animation portion of this video. It was quite literally the first animation he's ever done, and I'm incredibly proud for what he's achieved here. I'll leave his Twitter handle on screen and also in the drop down section below, and if you want to show him some love and tell him how talented he is, which he really is, then you can do so. Thank you Daniel so much, you're a great human being. Thank you to the following patrons: Nathan Burr, Gabby Z, Vupu, Leon Lutger, Joaquin Jimenez Villaluenga, Villavuerta, Manuel Meza, Josiah May, Helgi Gunlaugsen, and to all of the other patrons supporting me. Thank you.
Wake up, it's blood.
Reach the wizard.
It's blood. Wake up, explore.